Alright, here goes nothing. Welcome to another episode of the Journeyman podcast, season 2, episode 3, titled shit to be announced because I really freestyled this. The last time I dropped an episode was a month ago. I'm going to spare you the excuses of why I've been on a hiatus or whatever the case may be. I really just be dropping when I feel it. And I think now is a great time to drop. So here we are. So let me just catch y'all up on life, what it is for me. 24. Living the bachelor life the best way I can. That really consists of just really creating a routine and being responsible and try to boss up every aspect of my life, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of that, and really just staying out the way. I work out, hang out with friends. September, I felt like I was hanging out almost every day. I'm not even gonna lie to you. September, I was getting busy. October, it's currently October 9th, 2022, 2:59 p.m., about to be 3 o'clock. October's been slow so far, man. I ain't gonna lie. What's it called? Tomorrow is my friend Gabby's birthday. Shout out to Gabby. Happy early birthday, girl. I'm probably gonna drop this episode on Wednesday. But, yeah, there's that. What's it called? Speaking of her, the weekend of the 21st through the 23rd, I'll be in her area, and shit, we'll bring you some content and things of that nature. So turn me up for that, man. I want to finish this podcast off the right way. I promise y'all 13 episodes, and that's what y'all gonna get. And I'm a man of my word. I'm sorry that the process is ugly and that there's no consistency, but I heard a great quote that said, if you lacking motivation, just being consistent. Like, just remain consistent. It'll come back to you. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm going to do. And we're just going to get to jumping like that, baby. A lot of things going on in the world right now. Uvalde, Texas suspended the police force that I would assume that works for the school district. So that's what's up, as they should, man. If you didn't follow that story, basically, man, crazy school shooting. And it could have been prevented, or let me not say prevented. The numbers of casualties and people injured could have been reduced greatly. The response time of the police force, right, they got there on the scene so soon that they really could have just nipped it in the bud right then and there. But boys were scared to charge in. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because it's like, that's your job, G. And then plus, like, realistically, bro, y'all had bulletproof vests. I mean, y'all outnumbered him greatly. Should have been a done deal. Man, they dropped the ball on that one. What's it called? Biden had released a statement that nuclear warfare is ever more apparent, more than the Cuban Missile Crisis, or since the Cuban Missile Crisis. I read that story, Friday. Basically, it's a whole little rase. Like, basically, it's like this, man. If you've been living under a rock, there's a war going on between Russia and Ukraine. Russia is getting that ass tapped, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. And so, boys been making threats of nuclear warfare and shit like that and everything like that. But it's kind of like, nigga, nobody told you to go over there to fuck with them people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of horrific shit going on right now. Prayers for Ukraine. Prayers for Iranian women. There's a lot of stuff going on with that too. I'm not going to speak on that all the way. I need to do more research. So next episode, I hope to come in here with more of a perspective on that. And when I say perspective, like a reporting perspective, like not like a personal opinion, because, there's really no opinion to have on that. That shit is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? So there's that. But yeah, man, a lot of sideways shit going on in the world. And I want to speak to that because I think a lot of us, right, are seeing all of this stuff going on in the world. And, it's been making us either anxious, hesitant, fearful of what's to come and things of that nature. And I want to say this, right? Those feelings are fair, they're warranted, but also at the same time, I think with everything ramping up like it is, now is the time to really lock in and focus on your purpose and do what you need to do or want to do in that regard. I believe that everybody is born with something special. And, if you're blessed to know what that exactly is, then I think you should hone in on that. I think you should lock in. I mean, the devil is working profusely, as we can see. And, I'm going to just say it like this. All the little distractions that's going on in your internal life, the distractions that are going on externally and things like that. Not calling those serious situations distractions. That's not what I'm saying. But overlook the roadblocks that are plaguing you and really lock in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and that may require some sacrifice. You can't be out on the scene all the time. You may not be able to kick it all the time and things of that nature. But if you're trying to be somebody or get to where you need to go, lock in, man. Lock in. Which honestly allows me to segue into the topic for this episode. Man, I went back to the old format, man. By nature, I think I'm a teacher. I'm not the greatest teacher, or I'm not even a good teacher, but sometimes I just feel like I'm able to stitch things together because honestly, these are lessons that come from personal experience. And if I can help somebody avoid a pitfall that I may have stumbled in, well, shit, there you go. It's a win-win for everybody. Check this out, yo. So, a lot of my viewership or a lot of my audience comes from college, right? And if you've been following the show since its beginning, some of y'all may be damn near halfway through college or you're about to finish. Cool, right? Your boy graduated this past May. You know what I'm saying? It's all love and everything like that. But when I tell you, my nigga, it was hard, let me tell you, because right after you graduate, you're going to want what? A job, right? Okay, cool. But here's the thing where they don't tell you, or that they don't push enough in college. I can't speak for, the school that I went to, ASU, or Angelo State, if you really want to put a name to it. I was blessed to be in contact with people that were focused on what was next for me after college, and I was able to get a head start on it. But that's the thing. The head start portion of that is so important, and we often overlook at it. Here's the thing. Today we're going to be talking about building a foundation. I don't know why I was struggling with that. Building the foundation or a launching pad for your career. Okay? So check this out. All right. When I say a launching pad, I'm not saying like, oh, this is going to just automatically get you in a destination or the destination that you envision for yourself. All right. Realistically, this launching pad is really to get your foot in the door because, boy, when I tell you these companies be trying to play you, they will play you whether you got that undergrad or that master's. Now, a doctorate, I can't speak to that. I don't have a doctorate, maybe one day, but they will play you, boy. They will play you. So check this out. All right, step 1, create a resume. Now check this out. While this might seem like either an easy task or a tall task because you might be like, Ashton, I don't have any experience. Or Ashton, I don't have a job. Or I've never held a job. Listen, check this out. There's so many tips and tricks to get you started. Man, you don't even know. For example, if you don't have any experience, but you have like organizational experience, like you've been with a fraternity or sorority, or you've done community service, things of that nature, like that's experience. You know what I'm saying? Put that down. Now, if you have work experience and things like that, the best thing for your resume, like a small tip is, right, if you have any positions of authority in your experience, put those down, right? Because as you're graduating for college, you know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, college really prepares you for like middle management, maybe upper management. So a lot of these companies are looking for self-efficient leaders, right? The more that you describe yourself or present yourself as a leader, the more likely, people going to tap in with you, right? Couple websites that you need to look into, Indeed.com. Listen, Indeed, your ass should have a profile because, listen, if you looking for a job and you ain't using Indeed, I don't know what to tell you, baby. Listen, I done found a couple of jobs through Indeed. So I can't speak for everybody else's experience, but Indeed has blessed me, okay? LinkedIn, really, LinkedIn is basically Facebook, but for business. That's all it is. Or it's like Twitter for business. Interchangeable. LinkedIn takes a little bit of both regarding its interface and stuff like that. But let me say it like this, man. LinkedIn Premium. Listen, LinkedIn Premium is going to really put you above the rest of the crust. You know what I'm saying? It's going to really put you in the game, right? Because you can see what recruiters are looking for, who's really looking at you, who's checking you out. And the thing about LinkedIn, even if you don't have the premium, you can see when companies that you applied for, right, the LinkedIn Easy Apply, you can see when they're, when they look at your resume, when they download it, everything like that. So, I mean, it's just a beautiful thing and so on and so forth. Hey, I apologize for that. The homie called me, so, I had to look down at my phone and stuff like that. So let me text her back. Hold on. I'm recording. Do y'all talk when y'all text? Or is that just me? I'm not gonna lie to you. I do that often. But then again, I hold whole conversations with myself. So there's that. But okay. Listen. Another one, resume.com. And then Hiration. Okay. So most of these resources offer free templates for like resume building and provide, feedback on strengthening it as well. Listen, with Hiration, you can create multiple resumes, multiple cover letters, things like that. Now, granted, how I got Hiration, I won't lie to you. I got it through my college's career development center, right? Because let me just say this. If your school has a career development center and you're not utilizing it, well, I'm going to be honest with you. When you graduate, you're going to be fucked. All right? If they show you it on the tour from your freshman year, nigga, you need to be in there your freshman year. Listen, by the time your junior year, if I would have done college correctly, I would have had 5 different resumes already built up, baby. 7 different cover letters for the positions that I want. Utilize that. I'm telling you. Crazy thing is with the hiration thing, man. She told me, my career counselor basically gave me game and was like, I've been having these resources for X, Y, and Z amount of time and nobody comes and utilize it. And then when somebody does utilize it, or they ask about it or inquire about it, they don't utilize it to its full potential. Might only create 1 resume in there. Whole time, you can copy and paste the description and paste it in hiration, and it'll show you where your resume could use certain keywords to bolster it. So you can get that position that you're looking at. Come on now. Another tip when it, comes to creating a resume, have people look over it. Like my career counselor, I done had her look over plenty of resumes. I done had my uncle look over resumes. I done had family, friends, loved ones, enemies, all that. Have a second opinion on your resume. No cap. All right? And be open-minded and flexible to receive feedback. Listen, ain't nothing wrong if somebody telling you that your shit is boo-boo. All right? It's better that your teacher, your homie, parent, confidant, whoever, tells you that your resume is boo-boo before a recruiter or an interviewer tells you that your resume is boo-boo. All right, let's get to step 2, baby. Network. Listen, now that you have a solid resume, you're ready to share it with the world. So, right, showing your resume and everything like that is also an additional opportunity to network. All right, LinkedIn. Personally, listen, I suggest hopping on LinkedIn. You can build a network. And let me say it like this. People on LinkedIn are so helpful because we're all in the same space and we want to see each other win, in the sense of everybody wants a good job. Everybody wants a high paying job. And right, everybody wants to be in their desired career field. So listen, I may have a job that has popped up through my recommendation, but it might not fit me, but I'll send it to you. I do that a lot of times, bro. I get plenty of recommendations about jobs. Like there was a recommendation that the FBI was hiring. Granted, my major was psychology and communications, and then my master's was mental health and wellness counseling. So I'm pretty much a psych nigga, right? Okay. FBI, hey, a little bit more criminal justice, right? I have plenty of homies in criminal justice, right? Boom, send it to them. Yo, you should look that over. I know you finna graduate. See what you can do with that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a beautiful platform to get it jumping and to interact with people, right? Because you do it anyways, right? You know what I mean? You get on Facebook, you interact with your uncle and your auntie on that. I don't see why you wouldn't interact with like-minded people when it comes to business, I talked about LinkedIn Premium. Personally, I think you should do your personal research on that. I can explain to you what it does, but the reality is that I haven't used it in a minute, and I don't want to miseducate you on it. But I can assure you it's definitely worth looking in. I've heard real testimonies in real time. I know personal people. People personally, let me say that. I know people personally that have used it and have had major success. So, hey, all I'm going to say is that if you're really serious about getting your foot in the door, look it up. On LinkedIn, I will say one feature that is very beautiful is that you can set up job alerts. And when certain areas that you're trying to work in, like let's say you're trying to work in San Antonio for entry-level psych positions or entry-level social services positions, every time a new job opens up or anything like that, I'll get an alert on my phone, right? And I can go in the LinkedIn app and I can either apply for it right then and there, or I could be like, all right, cool, I'll email the job to myself, then open it up on my laptop and get busy. I mean, it gets no better than that. All right. Glassdoor. All right. Glassdoor is a big one because Glassdoor allows you to see company reviews from current and former employees that used to work there. So let's say I was trying to get a job at Amazon, right? Okay, a lot of people work for Amazon, but you don't really hear any bad things about it, but you want to be sure. Glassdoor is a great way to look in and, see what the position that you're applying for really entails and how people really work with it and things of that nature. So there's that. All right. Step 3, learn the tips and tricks of the game, right? So how to continuously improve your resume. You need to learn how to write a cover letter, baby. There's some jobs, especially if you're trying to work for higher education, you need to write that cover letter. And don't be lazy. Listen, right? That's the teapot calling the kettle black, or however that saying goes. I ain't gonna lie. I hate a cover letter. Can't stand them. But have I written some? You're damn right. Because listen, I'm trying to separate myself from the rest of the crowd. I'm trying to distinguish myself away from others, so that way I stand out. And, to basically let them know in a roundabout way, listen, you're not going to get this anywhere else, right? You got to sell yourself. You know what I mean? And not doing a cover letter, I'm struggling. Is selling yourself short. Y'all have to excuse me. I really be like speaking at a high level, or like my pace of speech increases when I'm like recording, especially by myself. So I fumble on a lot of words. I apologize for that. Y'all, I'm a little rusty, but trust me, when I get back in that saddle, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna tighten up, you know what I mean? So don't sleep on me, baby. Don't sleep on me. All right, check this out. Create a business card. Listen, I've learned how to do this from scratch, and I've learned how to, get it jumping through Office Max. You should have a business card. Take yourself seriously, and others will take you seriously too. All right. Create a list of questions to ask the employer, right? Let me say it like this. Half the battle, right, when we get there to the interview, right, we're thinking that the interviewer's gonna have all the questions, and that's not the case, right? What really sets you apart from others is expressing mutual interest in the company that you're applying for, in the position that you're applying for. Have a list of questions, straight up. Some of them can be off the dome, right? Look, let's not go in there and ask no bullshit, but like if you have genuine questions about the position, you should ask, right? Also, you should be preparing for the questions that come to you. You know what I mean? For example, the salary question. It's a big hump for all of us because nobody has ever asked us really how much money you think you deserve. Let's keep it a sec. That's what it really means when you get asked that. So with that, I suggest you become comfortable discussing salary. All right? Because at the end of the day, yes, everybody has a degree nowadays, it seems like. But that's not necessarily true, because if this college shit was easy, everybody would be doing it. And it's expensive. Bro, I looked at my student loans. Boo-boo, my boy. Boo-boo. But it's neither him nor there, right? Step 4, Invest in business attire. Listen, Dillard's, JC Penney's, wherever you buy your, fancy smancy clothes. Really start buying that. Stop buying all that damn Nike. Okay? You 25, looking like nigga you finna go hoop in the NBA. My boy, stop it. Stop it. Get some help. But no, on a serious note, that's not just going out for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's also going, like, that applies to me too. Right? Especially living in Texas, like, we like to dress comfortable. It's always fucking hot. And you never know what the weather's going to give you. And then plus, right, growing up in Texas, dog, you got to be ready for anything. I might go and hang with some friends. By the end of the night, I'm in a series 5-on-5 pickup game. Like, shit like that is wild. For real. But listen, buy it piece by piece and slowly work your way up. You know what I'm saying? Do what you can afford. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. But do you, man. Take some pride in it, man. Find a little style. Find a little flavor that suits you. In step 5, have a support system. So let me speak to this. Finding a job or a career, whether it's entry level, middle level, or shit, right, executive CEO level, that shit is tough. Because essentially you're trying to sell yourself to these companies and things like that. But at the end of the day, hey, I'm no rocket science, but it's like you letting these motherfuckers try to determine your worth. You know what you really worth, right? But you also need money to live and things of that nature, right? Never sell yourself short. And be patient. But that support system, man, it does wonders, man. I'll tell you a little story. Me and my brother, man, shout out to Fred, both looking for a job and stuff like that. I remember it like it was yesterday, man. Fall 2021, me and my boy, struggling. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on right now in life. You know what I'm saying? And I remember one day, man, me and bro broke down to each other because we just wanted to win. It wasn't about the work. It wasn't about consistency, nothing like that. We just wanted to win. You know what I mean? Like, I'm blessed to say that, man, I think in my life I've always been a winner. Listen, I may not win in the most luxurious and glamorous way, but nevertheless, like, when have I really lost? You know what I'm saying? God looks out for me through and through, baby. I believe it in every fiber of my body. You know what I'm saying? So, have that support system. Lean on each other. And don't be scared to ask for help. For real. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, right, you have to learn how to accept help as much as you're willing to give it. All right? And that really concludes the lesson. All right, man? This little tidbit of information that I just spewed out, like I said, it's not going to find you necessarily the position. But damn it, it'll get you started and it'll get you somewhere. And as you really learn the game through your own lenses, right? Because this is how Ashton sees the game. But when you learn the game through your own lenses, there's nothing that you won't be able to yield. You know what I'm saying? Amen. Keep God first. Keep the family close. I love y'all, man. And we're done. Peace.